Okay, this is Aprilia again, back to the Aprilia fork legs. Here they are in their glory. Okay, so I had a little think about how I was going to put them back together, and this is the end that goes in. I'll put a bit of sealer on the end of it. There's the hole in the fork in the stanchion, and so I want that on the side. I don't want it to the front and the back because they're loading. So what I've decided to do is use the little notch thing on here as a reference. So I'll make sure that the hole's in line with the notch, and I'll know that's on the side. So that's all good. So how I'm going to do this, and I know this works because I've just done one. Get the blowtorch. Okay, get the blowtorch. Really equally and for a really long time. Okay, like probably a couple minutes, heating it and heating it. It's really, really hot, super hot. Okay, and then once that's happened, I'm going to pick this up, stick it in. I've already marked this off. I use my vernier caliper to measure this. So apart from the end bit there, the rest of it is pretty good. And so I set it to the depth for the hole so that I know that it's gone all the way down. And there's a spacer there. Spacer goes on top of that. Oh yeah, the rod and everything. So I've protected the rod. What I've done is the other one I put it in the freezer, but I didn't like it because it got ice on, and I didn't think that was clever. So I cleaned that off before I used it. This one, I'm not going to put this one in the freezer because I don't think it benefits me that much because it won't shrink much because it's steel. And so I've used an aluminium bracket, so I wanted a plate to protect the top of it, so I didn't want it getting, damaged in any way whatsoever. Just in here, I've used an O-ring. There's the washer. Ooh, bloody shadows are murder, aren't they? Oh, anyway, in there is a little O-ring on the end, just on the end of my finger, and that stops the whole thing from sliding back down when I pick the fork upright. Once that's upright, and then what happens is I'm going to pick this up, okay, like that. I'm going to put that steel spacer on the end of it, and I carry it over here. And I'm going to stick it in there, right, all the way in until it gets down to the tape, and that will go once that's hot. It just drops in there. It's amazing. Okay, and then down here, what I've made is I've got a metal sash clamp. It's a really heavy duty one. Okay, and then what I've done is I've wrapped it up in paper so that I don't scratch the fork on it and damage the fork. And then down here is my jack. I think it's about 1.5 ton, but I can't remember for sure. And then you can see it's wet from all the quenching that I've done. And then what I've done, I've got a water bottle and I've quenched it off quite gently. Apparently you can anneal aluminium if you quench it fast. And if you quench it thoroughly and fast, you can anneal it, but apparently it becomes hardened again as well of its own. So there we go. Right, so I'm gonna do that now, and that is the result. So I will try and film a little bit as I go, but we'll see how we get on.